Good evening, students. We'll continue to our next topic in the data structures. Okay, today we'll start with the double linked list. Okay, this is actually not covered in our regular topics. Okay, this is a new topic that we are starting starting now. Uh, this is the double linked list is similar to the linked list. Okay, only the difference is double is nothing but we have the two links. Okay, so now for the normal node, we have only one link that is points to the next node of the current node. But here it will points to the previous node and also the next node. Say if you have the value 20 in the linked list, if its previous node is the 10 and next node is the 30, then the 20 node has the two pointers which points to the one pointer points to the 30 node and other pointer points to the previous node, that is 10. So this is similar to the train compartment. Okay, like each and every compartment is linked to the its previous compartment and also to the next compartment. So double linked list can also be called as two-way list. Okay, because either we can go back or we can go forward. So as in the same way in the train, either we can go for the next compartment or we can go for the previous compartment. As in the same way here also we have for each and every node we have two links, left link and right link. Okay, so either you can move to the next node value or we can move to the previous node value. Okay, so our double linked list is looks like this. Okay, here also it has the one starting node. Okay, this is the start node. Okay, and x is the first node, 10 is the first node in the linked list, and it has the previous node, the 10 previous, there is no node, so x is nothing but it's a null, so there is no previous node, so x is null. And it has the next node, 20, so the 20 node address is 200. 200 is stored within the 10 node left. Okay, the pointer in the left side is called as the left pointer, and pointer to the right of the data is called as the right pointer. The right pointer points to the previous node and left pointer points to the next node. Either we can also write it as previous and next also. Okay, so here we have the two arrows. Okay, one arrow is for the next node and one arrow for the previous node. So each and every node has the two pointers. One points to the next node and another points to the previous node. For 20 node, this is the pointer for the next node and this is the pointer for the previous node. As the same way for the each and every node, we have two pointers. Okay. This is the basic advantage of the double linked list, where we can move in the two directions and we can access the elements in the two directions. We need not to go for the last up to the last, or we can say for example if I am on the 30th node and if I require the 20 node in the normal single linked list, again you need to start from the first and you need to move up to the 20 node. But here we don't require, just we can go from the 30 to 20. Okay. Next we'll see how to implement this double linked list. So basic operations of this double linked list, we have same operations as in the single linked list. Creation of the linked list, insertion of a node in the linked list, deletion of the nodes in the linked list, and traversing the linked list, that is displaying the values in the linked list. Okay. So the beginning node of the linked list, the double linked list, is points with the start pointer. And here in the for the starting node, right pointer is the null, and for the ending node, left pointer is the null. So after the end node, we don't have any another node, so left pointer is null. Okay, for the starting node, we don't have previous node, so right node is left is the null. Okay. Okay, like this. Okay, the structure is created like this. Struct, the d-link list is the structure name. Okay, here we are creating two self-referential variables, left and right. Okay, struct d-link list, left pointer, and next is the data, int data, and struct d-link list is the right pointer. Okay, which points to the right side node, and left pointer points to the left node, left side node. Okay, so then we can make a type def of this structure as the node, and we can create the remaining all the variables using the node name. Okay, the node is looks like this. Okay, it has the left pointer, right pointer. Okay, this is the right pointer, and this is the left pointer. Okay, and this is the data. Okay, so the first node, whenever you create a start empty list, okay, initially you have a one variable start, and initially it is designed with the value null. Okay, next, this is the creation of the n number of nodes in a double linked list. Initially, say if I want to create a linked list with the n number of nodes, so the n may be 3 or maybe 4 or maybe 5. So we can pass some n value, and with that number of nodes we can create a double linked list. Okay, so create the, this is the function to create the double linked list, and here we can pass a argument as the n value. Okay, so now we can create a new node variable node. Okay, asterisk new node. Okay, this is the new node variable, and we are creating a one temp variable to store the temporary nodes. And here this is the for loop which repeats from 0 to n and I plus plus. Okay, now we are getting a node from the get node function. Okay, it allocates a memory space for the each and every node, and assigns the value for the left and right pointers, and assigns the value for the data variable, and that node is returned to the new node variable. So for creating of a linked list, first we will check whether the linked list is null or it has the any nodes. Okay, if start is equals to null, that is nothing but up to now the linked list is not created, and we are going to create now. So if start equal to null, linked list is empty. Okay, then we can attach our new node as the start node. Then our node becomes the starting node. Else, then we can specify the starting node as the new node. Our start node pointer is assigned to the temp variable. So we are taking a one temporary variable which points to the start node, and from this we will move to the last point, and then we can add our new node to the last. Okay, so while temp of right, okay, here the condition is temp of right not equals to null. Okay, not equals to null. Here we are not giving a condition. The meaning is not equals to null. Okay, so until unless the left is not right is not equals to null, we can move the our linked list, and we can create the new node. Not equals to null, we'll move the linked list. Temp equals to temp of right, and once after moving up to the null, okay, then we can assign our new node to the temp of right. Okay, new node equal temp of right equals to our new node, and our new node left it becomes the temp node, because temp is the our node which is the last node in the linked list. So for that last node right, we will assign our new node, and our new node previous node becomes the temp. So that for the left pointer of the new node we will assign the temp, and for the last node right we will make our new node. Okay, is this clear? Temp is the our last node. Okay, so we are assigning the temp node next as the our new node, that is temp node next is the our new node. Okay, and new node previous is the temp node. So we are making this two directions of the pointers. Every time whenever you add a list node in a linked list, we need to update the both right pointer and left pointer. Okay, so for each and every node you need to mention the what is the right side node of this, and left side node of the current node. Okay, then only it forms a double linked list. Okay, so for creating a new node in the linked list, we need to add it as the last node of the current linked list, and current linked list last node becomes the new node, previous node. Okay. So remember this, every time we need to update the right and left both the pointers. Okay, one node right pointer and another node left pointer need to be updated. Next, okay, this is like a linker list. Here we have created the linker list with the three nodes. One is the 10, 20, 30. So starting node previous value is the null and last node next value is the null. Okay. And inserting a node at the beginning of the double linked list. Okay, so to insert a new node at the beginning of the double linked list, okay, first we need to get a node with the get node function. That is, we will get a new node address from the get node function, okay, which returns the address of the new node that is created and which has the left as the null and right as the null. Data is our required data, okay, which we will scan through the scanf. Okay, and we'll check whether the list is empty or not. If it is empty, then we'll make the new node as the starting node. If it is not empty, then we will assign the new node right as the starting node. Okay, that is new node right is the start node address. Okay, that is we want to assign the new node at the beginning of the linked list. Okay, beginning of linked list is nothing but before the starting node, we need to add a one new node. Okay, so that new node right, that is new node next node becomes the starting node. So new node of right is equal to start. Okay, so our new node next becomes the starting node, and start node previous node is the our new node. So that start of left is the new node. Okay, starting node previous node becomes the our new node. Okay, then our new node is the start node. Okay, because our new node is the current starting node, so start equals to new node. Okay, is it clear? So we are adding a one new node in the beginning of the linked list, so that our new node to be added before the starting node of the double linked list. Okay, so that our new node right is the our starting node and starting node left is the our new node. Okay, and our new node becomes the starting node. Okay, okay, this is inserting a new node at the beginning. The 40 node is the new node. Okay, for that 40 node right is the right pointer points to the starting node and start node left pointer points to the our new node. Inserting a node at the ending. Okay, here also we'll get the new node from the get node function, and we'll take a starting node address into a temp variable, because we should not modify the start node. Only at the time of inserting at the begin only we will modify the start node pointer. Okay, otherwise we'll take a reference of that, that is we'll take a address of start node into another variable, and we will remove that node for the next nodes. So to add a node at the ending, we need to move the linked list to the, up to the ending node. That is up to the not equals to null. Okay, so here we are checking that while temp of right not equals to null. So here we are checking that whether the temp node right value is not equals to null. Okay, until unless we will move the linked list from one node to another node, until unless the temp of right not equals to null. Okay, so once it reaches to the equals to null, then we'll stop the loop and we are adding our new node to the last node next node. That is temp of right equals to new node. Temp is the last node. Okay, the node right, that is after that node we are adding a new node, and our new node left becomes the temp. So that is our new node previous node as the temp. That is last node is the our new node left previous node. Okay. So last node right is the new node. That is last node next node is the new node. And new node previous is the temp. That is last node of the linked list. So here also we are updating both right and left pointers. Okay, this is inserting at the ending. So we added a node, a 40 node as the last node. Okay, that is we added to the 30 node as the last node. Okay, we'll see the remaining in the next class. So just